Coach, it's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news. At Paul Brown Stadium, that's where we're at here in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Jackson from the shotgun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Vigil coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. So on 4th down, the Ravens will call on Sam Cook to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
On 2nd and 7, Dalton. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's got some space here. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3-and-out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3-and-out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. quarterback will send this one away after the touchdown.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here's Grant. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
On second down now, it's Grant. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Corey Grant with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
The 31-yard line.
Lane, 2x2. Move.
4 down. Check. Check, 48's the mic. Check, 48's the mic.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
On first down, Mixon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And now to the air, Dalton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
After the interception, here's Jackson. It's caught. Smith. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
57 to Mike. It's our field. It's our field.
Jackson on first down. He's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Go, go, go.
Throwing again. Dalton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, got stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
Tim Williams makes the tackle.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call.
Hey, wahoo! You can't block me. You can't block me. Mike 48, Mike 48.
Dalton here from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. So on fourth down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Jim. Watch the ship.
They'll run on first down. Grant. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Tighten up. Check 99.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check. Lucky. Alert 3. Check 26.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Bengals drive about to get going and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Second and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Now second and 7 from the 23.
Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot.
Dalton now to pass. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Dalton. Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
To throw again. Dalton. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. big target, guy you can spot pretty easily, put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. Four down, four down.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. He gets this one to Boyd. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Hey, hey, hey. You got three. Three down. Switch it. Switch it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On third down. It's Grant, and he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Jackson, option right. Oh, what a juke into space. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
57. Watch the run. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Shit. Over. Under 10. Jump.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Ready? Hey, hold on. I'm coming for you. You mine. Deuce.
Play action. It's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 45-yard line.
First down, Ravens.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. 23 yards on the play.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. On first down, Edwards. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Come on, set. Eight together. Come on. Let's go, D. Big series right here.
On 2nd down, it's Grant. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Watch the air.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Ingram, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 6th touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Tucker now for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score. Ravens 20, Bengals 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Got a man open, it's Ross. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A nice gain of 21 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Open man, Erickson, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Dalton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Another chance for Dalton. He completes it to Boyd. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Mike's 40.
This will be Dalton again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Tyler Boyd. Incomplete. Coverage there by Earl Thomas.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Throwing again. Dalton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here.
2-by-2. Move.
And again, Andy Dalton to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 34. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. They'll run on first down. Grant. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
On second and 11 now. Jackson has got it to Ingram, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 21.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Jackson now. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Geno Atkins got home that time.
Well, enough takes to start you off a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now after that sack, it's third and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They go play action now. Jackson. And he will find Hurst in the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. Hayden Hurst, his second touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Watch twist.
They're going to try and run. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches. Andy Dalton. Open man is Uzama. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Looking to throw on second down. Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Check.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They go play action with Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with the tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 36, Jackson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
From the 17, Jackson firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Jackson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengals. Single pressure. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 35-yard attempt.
And it bangs off the right upright. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing, Dalton. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Again, it's Mixon, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that time.
From midfield here, Dalton. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receiver can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I don't think you got it, son. Out, 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 out.
Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, You're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Ravens on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. On third down, here's Hunt. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run. It's Mark Ingram. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. Go, go. Hatch it, hatch it.
After the penalty, it's Ingram. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
There on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bengals' 27-yard line.
Set, hut, 60 outlaw. Blue down, blue down. Hut, shoot, 25, check 25, check 25. Check 31, check 31.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing is Jackson. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down. They'll get nothing out of the completion there, and it leads to a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 44 yards away. And this is no good. Close but no cigar, just wide right. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
We need team.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" charge that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Andy Dalton now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. On first down, Mixon.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down and 4, Dalton. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Here's Dalton. He's got his man, Boyd. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
On second and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. To throw here, Dalton. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
But when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
Bullock's kick is good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
It was Nick Vigil there on the stop.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Check 6 guys.
And they take a knee.